When Inart first came on the scene and announced their Heath Ledger Joker, I was blown away, but maybe that's just because I'm a big Heath Ledger and Dark Knight fan. When they announced their Pennywise, I was very underwhelmed. Maybe that's because I'm not a big Pennywise fan. When they announced their Gandalf, I was also underwhelmed, but maybe that's because I'm not the biggest Robert De Niro fan. And now that they've released their Inart, The Batman, well, that's what we're here to take a look at. Let's get started. Hi everyone and welcome to 1/6 Figure Focus, and in this video we're going to take a look at the Inart Batman because there aren't enough videos about it on YouTube at all. Anyway, so we're going to take a look at this. Full disclosure, I have ordered the 2-pack, the Queen Studio Inart Joker rooted hair 2-pack, and I've also ordered the sculpted hair. Full disclosure, transparency and kind of context are really important to me in this channel, so I've ordered and paid off them, they're on the way, but that's because I'm a massive Dark Knight fan. Also, it's because out of all the prototypes Inart have revealed so much, I believe that is the one which is the best. It is closer to the screen accuracy of that particular character. And I do think it's going to be worth the money, judging on the prototype images, the videos, and the updated production pics. So, with that being said, I will not order or pre-order, whatever you want to call it, any other items from this company until I have those items in hand so I can see firsthand for myself if it was worth the money. Now, the next thing I want to add is that, yeah, I'm not a Pennywise fan, so, you know, my opinion on that probably doesn't count. I do like Lord of the Rings, I really like Lord of the Rings, but I don't love Lord of the Rings, and I don't collect Lord of the Rings, so my opinion on that is probably not relevant. Although I can see Robert De Niro underneath the beard and the hair. I just can't unsee it now. With this particular movie, I really liked it. I thought it was very good, but I didn't love it, and I didn't think it was excellent. I thought it was a really good 4, maybe even a 4.5 star movie. I really enjoyed it, and I watched it with an open mind, and I rewatched it. I went to see this in cinema a few times. I thought it was a great film. I just don't think it was like the 5-star film for me. It was just a bit shy of that, and maybe a bit too long. I love a good long film, but I really felt the length of this film now, to be honest. So this is obviously their 1/6 scale, so it's Queen Studio Inart 1/6 scale The Batman, based on the likeness of obviously The Batman and the actor Robert Pattinson. Now there's 5 different versions of this, 5, so they kind of listened a bit. They didn't. One of the biggest complaints when Queen Studio put out their Inart Joker was that the rooted hair was behind a paywall, as in it was a 2-pack. If you wanted that rooted hair Joker with the iconic purple coat and that machine gun based on that scene, the hit me scene where the Batman's coming at him on the Batpod. If you wanted that purple coat Joker, you had to buy 2 versions. I think a lot of people weren't happy with that, but they seem to have listened a bit on this because there's 5 different versions. You have the regular Batman sculpted hair, the deluxe Batman rooted hair, you got the regular Bruce Wayne sculpted hair, deluxe Bruce Wayne with the rooted hair, and then finally you've got the kind of like the all-in version that has both of the deluxe versions, I believe, with the bat signal. So it's kind of like, if you want the bat signal, you do have to go in. Actually, no, sorry, that's wrong. I stand corrected. You can actually buy the bat signal on its own as well. So we're going to take a look at this. Now, I do have the Hot Toys one open as well. Actually, that reminds me, I have pre-ordered the Hot Toys version because when I saw it, I ordered the deluxe version with the bat signal. When I saw it, it blew me away. I just thought, even the suit in this particular movie, I wasn't gone on, but the figure itself and the attention to detail when I saw it, the figure made me appreciate the suit a bit more. And that version with the signal and the deluxe modular base and obviously the figure itself with where do we even start? It has the sculpted hair. It has it's actually really good sculpted hair as well. They've updated the head sculpt. You have good articulation. It looks like it's going to have good articulation. You have a bunch of accessory, including that wingsuit. 2 different ways of displaying the base. I think the likeness is on point. You got the swap out mouth plates and a wired cape as well, and I think they have to nailed it. And then they updated a sculpt that I was happy with already. Right, so in no particular order, we're going to start looking at some of these images. So this looks good, first impressions, looks very, very good. The cape does look wired. I'm wondering what material they use for this cape. I'm guessing it's not pleather. Will they actually use leather? I don't believe it says anywhere. All the detail here, the cowl looks good. I can't really get much off this in terms of the head sculpt. Yeah, this looks okay. I think there's something about this, it's not landing right for me. I don't know what it is. Is it because this looks looser or something? I don't know. I know there's something about this I can't put my finger on that doesn't properly sit with me. There's this part here where the cape connects. Maybe it's the material they're using. I feel that should look a bit thicker or something like that. So then you can see the detailing on this batarang. I don't know if does this actually remove. The Hot Toys one does. I believe it's die cast. Gauntlets look good. He's obviously like doing something here with this grapple gun. You can't really see the utility belt, but you see a few of the buckles and what looks like kind of some sort of a loop or almost like a handcuff thing. Have this satchel on the side. So the detail there seems on point. Just a cool image. Can't get too much from it though. Okay, so if I'm being really honest, even though I have the Hot Toys version on order, this head sculpt, this chin plate looks very good. I do believe the Inart one here, that's like one for Inart. That definitely the likeness of this chin and the eyes look a bit better than the Hot Toys one, and the Hot Toys one is pretty damn strong. I think the main issue I have with this is that I don't think they're competitively priced. I think that they're, and I've said it from the start, before they even dropped the Joker, when we knew it was coming and they hadn't seen the price, I said it that I don't think they're in direct competition toe to toe with Hot Toys. I think they're trying to place themselves as that more premium version, as the best version, 6-scale versions of that particular character you can get, using better materials and stuff like that, and nailing the likenesses better, rooted hair or whatever. But I don't think the extra money you have to pay justifies it. We'll continue on anyway, but that's definitely a win for Inart here. I do think the chin is a bit better than the Hot Toys ones. Okay, second thing, I want to zoom in this and see, is this the sculpted or rooted? That looks like rooted to me, and it looks fantastic. It looks very, very good. Just the color of the hair, the texture of the hair, there's not too much shine coming off. It looks kind of like a bit kind of wet, almost sweaty, because then you'd imagine he'd be sweating in the cowl. That scene where he takes it off and almost like a crow look to the makeup on his eyes. It's kind of running there as well, the kind of mascara, whatever he used for his eyes. This looks pretty good. I'm impressed by the rooted hair now, but will that actually look like that when it comes on in the box, or will you have to really mess around with it? I don't want to have to go doing that. Like, I'm skeptical on rooted hair at the best of the times. I don't own any rooted hair figures. It's just, I think they look very doll-like, and I don't want to go messing around with the rooted hair every few weeks, whatever, to get it right. But that rooted hair on the Joker looks exceptional, and I have to say, this looks exceptional here. But I think an advantage of the Joker one is the hair is longer. It will, gravity would naturally pull it down more, like, because just the way the hair will sit, there's more of it, more weight in it. But this here, it looks fantastic in that photo. If it looked like that, that's very impressive all the time. But I reckon this might even dry out, or possibly, I don't know, will it flare out? I don't know. I'm assuming this is rooted for the back, and that's definitely rooted there. I'm assuming that's rooted as well. The detail on the back is impressive as well. It's very impressive. So all the details, this little bits here and the shoulder pads. I do think he looks a bit skinny though. I don't think this looks good at all. That is like, no. Just, I'm biased anyway. I tend not to collect civilians. So if there's a Bruce Wayne, I tend not to collect that. I'll just collect the Batman, because on the shelf, I want to see stuff that's otherworldly. I want to see stuff that's clearly lifted from a science fiction film, or a comic book, or, like a superhero movie. I don't typically want the plain suit versions. And if I was going to get one, it'd probably be, Bruce Wayne, the Christian Bale Bruce Wayne. This has to be sculpted hair, because it looks so shiny, and it just looks like a clip-on. This doesn't look good. That's a straight out, doesn't look good. And this is my thing, like, when I saw the photos of the Inart Joker, I was like, these, just from any angle, any pictures, look so good. And even the sculpted hair in the Inart Joker, I was kind of a bit critical of, because I thought it looked like green snakes from certain angles, but I still think it looks better than this. No, this doesn't look good. It could be a bad angle. Could be just a funny angle. It was a funny angle. If you've seen Snatch, you'll get that reference. No, moving on. So, sorry, the tailoring actually looks very good, I have to say. The suit and the tailoring looks very good, but you knew they weren't going to mess that up from their work that they did on the Inart Joker. You know, the Joker part, that just the tailoring was fantastic. Yeah, it just looks very underwhelming. Like, let's face it, like, Bruce Wayne wasn't really in this film too much, and the bat signal was more of a character in it. So that's another thing that drew me to the Hot Toys one. $515. The figure looked amazing. The likeness was great. It came with everything but the kitchen sink. It came with that wingsuit. And a lot of people say, but you're never going to use that. Watch me. Yeah, I will use that from time to time. I'm like, not going to leave it in a 24/7, like, but I will definitely pose it from time to time with the wingsuit. I just looked. I just thought that scene was cool. The modular base and the bat signal. So, like, even if they release nothing else, even if Hot Toys release nothing else from this particular movie, you still have the bat signal, you know, together with Batman, because they were the two main characters, really. I know it was Bat and the Cat, and I would love to see them do a Zoe Kravitz, but I'm really losing faith. But that would be a great display, even, because if they got Zoe Kravitz, then you could have the Bat, the Cat, and the just behind them, the bat signal. So this here, again, it's underwhelming. This is my point. Like I said in the intro, the Queen Studio, the Inart, the Joker, the 2-pack or the single pack, it just blew me away. I was like, that is the best version on the market here. And it was actually unfair, really, to compare it to the DX11, because that figure is so old. But here now, we have two companies that are kind of at the top of their game. Granted, Inart hasn't been road tested, really. That's why I'm not going to order anything else or pre-order anything else from them. I took the risk and rolled the dice on the Joker, and it looks like it's going to work out. But I should be blown away. For the price there, I should be blown away. And I was by the Joker, but the Gandalf, I could still point out things which I wasn't too gone on. Now, maybe it's because I'm biased, because I'm not going to get that anyway, but no, this is really off-putting, the sculpted hair, if you want to call it, the headpiece. And I do think Hot Toys have got better at the sculpted hair, to be honest. They're doing more of it and less of rooted. Tailoring on the suit, yeah, fine. Base, fairly straightforward. Kind of looks kind of classy, but I suppose it's the right base for him to have. He's not going to have a big, massive, crazy base, but yeah, not really doing anything for me. Yeah, that looks... He's still a bit skinny. It's like I know he's not the biggest guy, but in the suit he looked very imposing. And I do think the Hot Toys figure looks more imposing. And what I did notice, even like, say, there's a scene which is pointless, really, where he's kind of like, he's being a detective and he's in his, you know, Wayne Manor thing that he lives in, apartment, whatever it is, the old kind of gothic building, and he's topless for some reason, for no other reason than just to show him topless. But he's a big enough guy. He's there. He's broad, like. So he's definitely, I wouldn't say he's a skinny guy. He's far from the Twilight movies now. But in the suit, he definitely looked a bit bigger. Not like Ben Affleck big in that sense, but definitely he just looks skinny here. And I think that's a miss out of them now, because my first impressions, when I look at a figure like this, first thing I look at, even subconsciously, is proportions. I think the proportions are a bit off here. Bunch of swap out hands. Interesting way there's no seamless wrist, but I suppose you really wouldn't want seamless wrist unless the character has his sleeves rolled up like the Joker would. So that's fair enough. It's a nice touch. I do like this. I think it looks pretty cool. Just a nice touch, really. I suppose they had to do something different. I don't think the Hot Toys one comes with that. Really quickly, and I'll check. No, doesn't come with that kind of laptop looking thing, tablet, whatever you want to call it. Like the torch here and the cowl as well. This here, I see, when I first saw this, I was like, oh, this looks better. It's heavily rusted. It's weathered. But I don't remember it being weathered in the movie. Now I know how rust works. Okay, oxygen, water, you know, you're going to get rust. But I don't know if it was actually heavily weathered in the movie. Now, if you go to the Hot Toys one on this, you can start to see the kind of bit of rust and corrosion starting in the back. And there's definitely, like, you can see, like, you know, an imperfect paint job or whatever like that. It's like maybe it's rust and it's painted over. And you do see bits of rust or corrosion. You definitely see, if you zoom in, you can see corrosion here, 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 and obviously on the back. So I'm a sucker for battle damage and weathering because I think it adds more character, and I thought first impressions was this looks better. However, I'm not so sure anymore because I don't know if that's screen accurate. I don't know which one is more screen accurate because I don't remember it being really weathered up in the movie. It makes sense over time it would be, but in the movie I don't recall, because it was so dark, was it actually that weathered up. So I'm going to take a look at this. This is your Bruce Wayne Standard Edition. So obviously this is, you know, you can buy the signal separately. This is the Bruce Wayne Standard Edition. You have obviously Bruce Wayne and it's sculpted hair. So this is the one I really don't like. If you got Bruce Wayne, your swap out parts, you have this, it looks like, I think it's a key fob. You've got some, where does it actually say it here? Outfit, yeah. Cashmere overcoat, one suit including black pair of socks, black spotted tie, black belt, Oxford style leather shoes, $100 bill, one Corvette C2 car key, so that's what that is. 4 public protest placards, these over there. Yeah, I don't know. The placards don't do much for me now. They're cool in the movie, but I just don't think I'd use them. 5 sets of Riddler. I do like the Riddler cards. I really do, because you could pose him just in the cowl, looking down, reading one. You could do that. I think that's more practical than the placards. So basically, you get sculpted hair Bruce Wayne, the suit, the stand, swap out hands, and a bunch of accessories. Okay, yeah, I do like the cards. I'm a fan of that. I was a fan of that in the Hot Toys version as well. Then the premium edition. So this, they call this the Standard Edition Bruce Wayne. Then the Bruce Wayne Premium Edition. I think it's pretty much the same, but you have the rooted hair. That's what I can see there. The bat signal, which does come on its own, and obviously, yeah, it does light up. I'm not sure if it's USB light up. Pretty sure the Hot Toys one is USB light up. So the Batman Standard, yeah, I'm presuming this is just basically what you see here. Swap out hands, stand, the bat suit, the cowl, the removable cowl, and the 2 different faceplates. And then you have this, which is a sculpted hair. I'm going to look at some more photos after this. The premium edition, same, but you have the rooted hair, and look, you have this the screen as well. The screen tablet looking thing doesn't come with that one. So I'm pretty sure it's going to move this just to make sure. Yeah, so the screen is the only difference that I can see there. All right. And then you got the all-in version, which comes with everything. Comes with the 2 premium versions with the rooted hair, and you get this bat signal as well, and everything else. Just going to go through some prices there, just to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself in for. So working from most expensive to least, I'm going to give you approximate prices. I just took this off a website. So the bat signal is $185. I work back from here, so all in. So the Batman and Bruce Deluxe signal, $990. You're talking a grand basically. The premium the premium Batman, $500. Standard Batman is $291. The signal is about $185. Of course, this is going to change from depending on retailer to retailer. There's going to be some slight variations. Bruce Wayne Premium Edition, Bruce Wayne Premium is $380. And then Bruce Wayne Standard, Bruce Wayne Standard is $291. Okay, so really quickly on that, $291 for this, $380 for this, $185 for this on its own. Batman Standard is $380. Batman Premium is $500. And finally, this is basically $1,000. Let's go back and look through some of these photos. That's good. I just want to go through. I'm going to start. I think that's the trump card there. being really honest, I think they have done a better version of the actual face that you can see, the bits of the face and eyes you can see in the cowl. I will give them that. I think the proportions, there's something about the proportions that, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Rooted hair looks fantastic as well. I think that's another win for Inart there. If it looks like this out of the box, and if it looks like this long term and you don't have to mess with it, I don't want to be doing that. That's, again, is this the rooted hair? That's the rooted hair. Something about the head sculpt there. I'm just not, maybe I'm biased because I won't get civilians. This is sculpted, is it? Yeah, that's the sculpted there. The sculpted on the Batman looks better than the sculpted on the Bruce Wayne. It's a bit of shine coming off that. That could be just lighting or something like that. I think Hot Toys did a great version when they updated it, so I really do. There's no point. These ones have the, these ones here are the ones that haven't been updated. So these ones are a bit outdated now. So there's no point in looking at them. I'd love to know what the cape's actually made out of. I doubt it's pleather, so I'm guessing is it leather? Maybe it is. Or something like that. Yeah, it does look good though. Yeah, like, they're pretty much my thoughts on it. It's not enough to sway me, to be honest. I think the rooted hair looks very, very good, provided it comes in the box like that and you don't have to mess around with it. I think the sculpt's probably a bit better on the Inart. And I don't know, yeah, okay, yeah, I think I have to give the sculpt to Inart. But those updated, it's not enough to make me sway into that different price bracket. It really isn't. Like, if I loved it, I'd go for it, pull the trigger. But it's just, I shouldn't be hesitant. When it comes to Inart, like, I genuinely thought like they were going to blow things away, like they did with the Joker. Like, and hopefully that'll be okay in hand. Like I said already, I'm not interested in the Pennywise, so my opinion doesn't count on that. Same as the Gandalf, my opinion doesn't really count on that. But for this one here, I said I would throw an eye on it. I have, and in conclusion, I think for $515 for the Hot Toys one, the Batman, the base, the signal, bunch of accessories, the head sculpt is very good. It's excellent. The rooted hair, I don't think I want rooted hair because on a character that has relatively short hair. I gotta see that in hand, but I'm not gonna get this. I don't think there's enough that Inart have done to justify the price for me personally. But you could be out there absolutely loving this, and that's perfectly okay because we're all very, very different collectors. So yeah, it's a pass for me. I'm not going near any of these versions. Not going near the Bruce Wayne. The Bat Signal, I'm happy with the Hot Toys one. Yeah, just not enough to sway me here. That's the end of the video. If you want to support the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Let me know if you're picking this up or not. You can also follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.